Optical illusions that will make your brain hurt. We have one inquiry before we get started. What is an optical illusion? Optical illusions are images that trick the brain and the eye. This depends on a variety of elements, such as different colors, patterns, lights, and more. When we look at these images, our eyes send information to our brains, which causes our brains to interpret an image that isn't truly in front of us, leading to a false perception. Since everyone's brain functions differently, it is common for different people to see these illusions in different ways. Talk about perspective. Do you believe you possess the necessary skills to decipher these optical tricks? There are so many different kinds of illusions, and we've selected the top examples of well-known illusions in the categories of color, pattern, illusory motion, and literal illusions. Put your intellect to the test by scrolling down to see 21 of these illusions in their respective categories. When you're finished, don't forget to look at these brain teasers and visual puzzles that will baffle you. Cafe wall illusion. The horizontal lines here look to be tilted up or down, although they are all parallel. Want proof? Try placing a piece of paper over the top and bottom of one line of squares. Slants are not to be found. Muller-Lyer illusion. Which horizontal line, the top or the bottom, is shorter? They are the same size, despite the fact that your mind believes the one with the outward wings to be longer. Solner illusion. These lengthy diagonal lines, are they parallel? Although they don't appear to be it, they are. The reality of this optical illusion is revealed by erasing the smaller stitch-like lines. Scintillating grid illusion. You may have seen the sparkling grid illusion before. It's an oldie but a goodie. Until you concentrate on each individual white circle, your brain believes that there is a black dot inside each white circle. Then you understand it was never actually there. Illusory motion illusions. Though all the seeds are calm, your eyes keep darting to the spinning sunbursts of seeds. Rotating circles. The surrounding circles appear to begin rotating when your gaze catches one that appears to be spinning. Your eyes are unable to focus. Hypnotizing. Although it appears as though the background is spinning in a circle, neither are moving at all. Moving right along. It appears as though the background is descending, like a conveyor belt or a sluggish treadmill. But rest assured, this picture is entirely still. Ripple effect. If the circles in this image aren't moving, are you sure? Are you certain they aren't rippling like a wave? But honestly, are you sure? This occurs as a result of a delay in how our brains process gazing at one component of the image to the next, which leads our brain to perceive movement. Spinning colors. Such optical illusions will leave you disoriented and disoriented. Despite being a still photograph, the colors appear to be whirling. Hidden message. If you let up on your concentration just a little, try looking a little cross-eyed, you'll be able to see a hidden message in the black dots. The words, however, will vanish from view if you look closer. Innie or outie? Is the tiniest point of this illusion of black and white pointing inward or upward? Considering the opposing lines, nobody knows. All about perspective. Which of these windows is bigger, can you tell? They are exactly the same size, and their tops and bottoms are parallel to one another. Talk about a fresh viewpoint. New squares. The four diamonds in this image immediately stand out at first inspection. But if you look closely, not a single line formed those shapes. Your brain assumes they are there because of how the black and white contrast. Connected lines. What connection exists between the two lines on the right side of the gray rectangle and the one on the left? It's the one on the bottom, labeled in blue, not the top, as you can see in the image on the right. These optical tricks can really make you feel lost when you can't see the complete picture. Wacky squares. Some of these optical tricks may leave you dizzy. The red squares in the optical illusion on the left appear distorted and crooked, like they belong in a funhouse. On the right, however, you can see that the red squares are actually perfectly straight and square when the wacky configuration of black and white lines is nearly completely obscured. Squiggly squares. These squares are made up entirely of straight lines, including the ones in the middle. The lines are bent and appear curved due to the positioning of the miniature squares within squares. You have golden eyes, so that should have been a piece of cake. Bending lines. Although the red lines appear to be curving outward, they are entirely straight. Color illusions. Can you determine how many colors there are in total in this picture? Have you selected 4? It turns out to be just 3. This image's top right square appears to have blue and pink stripes, while the bottom left square appears to have green and orange ones. However, it's true that the colors blue and green are identical. Pair of pairs. Which of these pairs, the one on the left or the one on the right, is paler in color? Both of these pairs are precisely the same shade of color. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe for more brain-altering illusions.